Oh, what's this? Huh, check it out. So this right here is like What's up guys, how's it going? So as you may know, because we live in Costa Rica, you can't really get stuff shipped down here from like Amazon, and also there's a lot of things you just can't find here. So as you may know, fidget spinners right now are like super popular. Every kid, everyone has them. Pretty much you can find them anywhere. But in Costa Rica, we have not been able to find one. Yeah. Checked at all the different stores. They do not exist
extinct.
Here. Yeah,
they're extinct.
Like I guess Costa Rica doesn't know about them yet, or I guess it might just be the area. So what we did, or mostly Keely, is built a DIY fidget spinner. So as you can see, oops, these ones, they actually work all right. And what we used is an old skateboard bearing from an old skateboard. So Keely, tell us how you made these.
Okay, well this one, I wanted to make one at nighttime. I decided that I wanted to make one, so I couldn't really get wood or anything. So I made one out of clay. So these are easily, you can just pop them out. Okay, so this is what I made out of clay. So it just has 3 holes that fit these bearings into there perfectly.
You know what's really cool about these is they were totally free to make. So all we did is find stuff that we already had lying around, so some old skateboard bearings, and then a few little pieces of wood and clay. And so these were essentially free, which is, that's awesome.
Yeah, and this one I made with wood, and then...
What type of wood?
Teak. And then...
That's like a rare fidget spinner. I don't know if you can just find teak fidget spinners anywhere.
I really want to make a real, the triangle shaped ones with
Oh yeah, with the 3.
With 4 of these things, bearings. But yeah, that one I just got a drill bit that was exactly the same size as them. Drilled 3 holes.
Very creative. Alright, so these are very cool and all, but there's another fidget spinner that I like maybe even a little bit better. But to make a cool transition into showing you guys that, we're gonna go surfing and catch 1 or maybe 2 quick waves. Let's go. Back from the surf, and oh, I got a sore knot. Oh, what's this? Huh, check it out. So this right here is like a deep massager. So the story behind this is when we used to have a surf team, we had a trainer, and she had this, and we'd use this for in our hamstrings and stuff to get knots out, and just really good massager. And then she left, but she forgot this behind, and ever since then I just picked it up and I use it all the time. So it's really great because you can get really deep in your hamstrings or your back. And what I find myself doing is walking around the house with this in my hand, spinning it like this. This is by far my most favorite fidget spinner that I've been able to find or come up with. Not only is it good for massaging or for fidget spinning, but also works great for massaging. If I have a headache, can massage really good pressure points, the temple on the side of the head. Ooh, definitely can help getting rid of those migraine headaches. So super versatile fidget spinner. As a surfer, probably my most favorite one, but I have one more that I'd like to share with you guys. But we're gonna head down to the beach and go do some landscape photography, or maybe do just some videos, and I'll show you guys what's the last fidget spinner. My idea is to try to get some landscape photography of these rocks here, as well as some of the ocean, and hopefully some of the greenery, jungliness over there. But before we get to that, I'd like to give a shout out to my newest patrons, Michael Hildbrandt. Michael, thank you so much. Appreciate it a ton for becoming a patron. Kevin Davidson. Kevin, thank you so much for the support. Really awesome of you. Guy Van Natta. Guy, thank you very much for the support. And E, thank you a ton for the support. So I'm going to, remember I said there's a 3rd fidget spinner that I want to show you guys? Well, I'll get to what it is in a second, but it's going to help me take this photograph. So let's take the photograph and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, I think I found what's going to be my first picture. So, you see this little landscape behind me? I'm going to take the first shot here. So, as the foreground, we have this rock right here and some rocks right here. The middle ground is kind of like the waves, and then the background could be the clouds, and I guess the coast, the jungle, which is all the way in the far back. So I'm going to take this picture with just the landscape, but then I'm going to also take it with me standing over in one of the edges to just add to the picture, so it's unique. If I get any good pictures, I'll put them all at the end of the video. Let's get to it. Next picture is going to be in this little cove little spot with some rocks on the side. So there's a little pool here, and let's take a couple of pictures here. Hopefully they'll come out all right. Alright, I've gotten a bunch of great shots, and the last fidget spinner, which I would like to show you guys, I think it's more of a filmmaker fidget spinner, but this helped me get my last few pictures. This is actually just a tripod, but check it out. So maybe I'm out filming a vlog and I don't want to carry along a fidget spinner, but I have my tripod. Well, I got something to do. Thank you guys for sticking around all the way this far into the video. Those are all the fidget spinners I was able to find all the way down here in the jungle. You see, with a little bit of creativity, you can make cool stuff out of like stuff that doesn't seem like cool stuff. I have no idea what this is, but I just found it while I was cruising around. It's like the shell or the remains of some type of sea creature. The inside smells, ugh. Oh, it smells horrible. So while I was out here on these rocks, I just found this fishing line wrapped around this rock. So right here, as you may be able to see, whoa, whoa, crazy waves. Holy moly. Anyways, there's a fishing line here. We're going to follow it and see where it leads to. Okay, so here is where the fishing line is wrapped around a rock. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's fishing line, and it leads along these rocks. Let's see where it leads to. Oh, that's awesome. I found a weight and a very rusty fishing hook at the end of this line. Someone must have been fishing, and then it must have snapped or something, and then they totally lost it, but that's a cool find for me. Okay, this is turning into a ginormous mess, so I'm gonna have to cut the hook and the weight off of it. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Alright, I got the rope nicely bundled up in a little knot, and it totally looks like a mustache. It's nice when you're already out doing something, having a blast, like I was out here cruising around, adventuring, having a great time. Finding this is just like a bonus. This is a very handy time to have my backpack. Very good reason. Times like this is when I'm like, wow, it's totally worth it carrying my bag around. As if I come across some nice stuff like this, I can stuff it in my bag. Oh great, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. Alright, that makes there be a less chance of it puncturing my backpack. But even if it does, no big deal. I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, awesome. Today's positive quote is, being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you've decided to look beyond the imperfections. What this quote means to me is, okay, just imagine if everything was perfect. I guess it kind of depends on what your description of perfect is. But let's just say every single mountain on the planet was exactly the same. It's just like this perfect slope. And every single rock, every rock that you found was just like this perfectly round rock. And everything was like exactly the same. Like even the thought of having maybe every wave that you surf being perfect sounds cool, but maybe not in the long run, because it's kind of nice having different scenarios. It's like makes different things unique. So for example, with waves, if every wave was perfect, it may be cool, but it's kind of nice having different waves. Sometimes you'll be surfing, you get a wave and it like looks all funky and has all these weird bumps and stuff, and you're like, oh, this wave is nowhere near being perfect. And then you go and you try to do this maneuver and you like do something you've never done before, and that's because the wave wasn't perfect. It was different than the rest of them. And that's my take on that. If you have any positive quotes, leave them in the comments so I can potentially use them in a future video. And remember to keep always doing awesome stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow, early in the morning. Bang! And here's a quick slideshow of the few pictures that I got. I think they're decent. They're alright. They're good enough to make it into the video. Here it is. Be sure to check out some of my other recent videos right here, and if you haven't already done so, make sure to follow me on my Instagram for monthly giveaways, updates, and Instagram stories.